Hey guys, what's going on? So today I am actually going over the pre-build of a DIY van build. Why? Because I'm doing my second one coming up very quickly. So I wanted to show you kind of what I go through. Let's get into that right now. Hey guys, if you guys are new to my page, consider subscribing. What I do here is I live in my off-grid tiny home on wheels called Ghost. Ground home operation stealth transportation. But guess what? I'm actually selling this van. It's already sold. I'm delivering it next month and I'm starting a new build, which I am going to document every ounce that I possibly can. I'm going to show some very in-depth stuff. It's going to be an adventure in itself. I am also a stand-up comedian that lives in this van and a writer, so I am going to be doing a little bit more with that, and I'm getting in more into adventuring and hiking and photography as well. So all that good stuff. All right, now let's get into what this video is actually about. I am doing a second van build, which I told myself I wouldn't do, but you know what? I had an idea, I had an epiphany, I had something that sparked my interest at the end of 2018. I just wanted to I guess, spend more money, because that's really what I'm doing. I'm spending like, if I put about 10 grand into this, my next one, I think my budget is already over 20. So I've already put double the amount into my next build, if I'm calculating everything correctly, but I won't know all those numbers until after the van is done. Pretty much before you get the van, or you're maybe shopping still, but you are considering layouts and you're considering products that you're going to be using. That's pretty much what this is today.
All right, guys, I'm here at work now. I have my trusty little laptop here. It is 3:45 a.m. and I just kind of wanted to bring you into this space because this portion has to do with how I got prepared my new build, Ghost 2. It actually is very similar to what I did on the original Ghost. I was working two full-time jobs. Each were 8 hours a day, so I was working 80 hours a week. The second full-time job was an overnight position, just like this one. Now, this one's part-time. I don't have to put as much work and hours into what I was trying to do before because I had to save up a lot of money. So I worked two full-time jobs, put all of that into the build, and then I financed the van. This time around, I'm pretty much taking the profit I'll be making off of my sell and I'll be dumping that right into the next build. And again, I'll be financing the van. This time around was more about finding the time to do a really complicated design. I had something in my head, but I really needed to translate it to a three-dimensional drawing. And what better to try and kill two birds with one stone? I still have bills to pay. I still got other things I need to do. By the way, the lighting in right now in this portion of the video sucks. I can guarantee that. I only do this job like 3 overnight shifts a week, if that. Hopefully nobody calls me on the radio right now. I'm looking around because I'm supposed to be working. As you can tell, I really don't particularly care for the job. This is more so just a paycheck for me. I don't even follow guidelines on uniform. I'm supposed to be wearing their jacket, and their shirt. I'm supposed to have a collared shirt on. Again, I don't care. Don't use me as an example. I have like whatever, just a regular shirt and my hooded jacket on. Way to go, Jarrod. But let's see. It feels weird being in the video without a hat on. Not everybody has to do this, obviously. It's just me. They feed me, which is nice. I get choices of crap, but I do get free food, which is cool.
When I started thinking about this in 2018, at the end of 2018, it was like October, November, but even before I listed my van, I wanted to see if I could even come up with a floor plan and an idea that I could really run with, that I was excited about. And I had some things in my head, so I had to start getting them down on paper. So I would start doing drawings or sketches of just boxes and layouts and things that I would have in my head that I really wanted to do. Then I actually had to move over to a three-dimensional program, and what I use is Google SketchUp. Google SketchUp is free. You can get enough out of the free version that you can do things like this, what I'm going to be doing. If you want to pay a program, I suggest Rhino 3D. Is a really great program. Excuse me if I jump around in the video because this video is kind of hard to explain where I want to go, because like I might talk about one thing and then I have to revert back, because products and floor plans go hand in hand, but you have to like put them together like a puzzle piece or puzzle. I'm trying to think of a good analogy and I can't think of one. But anyways, think of a floor plan plan, you have to get some products, and you have to get the products in the floor plan, and you have to change the floor plan around, and you have to maybe do other products. That's kind of what I'm talking about. That's how I do things. Now, I'm going to say right now in the video that this is how I do things. Now, this isn't the right way, this isn't the wrong way, this is just how I do it. So hopefully I can actually help you by giving you tips. I'm just here telling you what I do, and hopefully you can take a little bit from everybody that you do watch and create your own way on how you're going to be designing the van. I go with a basic layout, and usually I do a lot of trial and error when it comes to layouts. I am going to flash some images, some layouts that I go through. You have to be thinking all the time, like you guys have seen so many probably van life videos of different layouts, and you pretty much know what's going to work for you. When you see something, for example, I have a fixed bed in my van right now, what I'm touching right now, my fixed bed. I don't have to make it. When I say make it, I have to make it with covers. But when you make it, like I'm talking about, like if you were to have a couch and pull it out into a bed and then put the cushions down, that's what making it is. There's different ways of converting your small space into a seating area. I wanted to play around with some different layouts, so I will throw up some ideas that I had of different layouts. I wanted to originally a couch that would convert into a bed, and I'd have a nice big kitchen area for that. And then I was like, well, wait a minute, I have my couch on the wrong side. I need to go put it on the other side so I can look out my sliding door when it's open, right? Because you may want to be at the beach or something and, you know, open up that door, bada bing, bada boom. You got a nice view of the ocean, you know? So another floor plan, I had the couch on the other side. I had the kitchen on the long side, on this side. And it was, you know, it was also cool, and I pulled it out. And then you have to think about, well, do you want to shower? And, you know, how is that all going to work? Where is that going to go? So I made this like shower pan thing that was going to be in the back, and I thought about how I was going to do that. I was going to have like a countertop that was going to slide out, and I was going to be able to step into it. A lot of my ideas and my thoughts are in my head mostly, and my layout is very, very basic. And I keep it basic because I know I am going to change so much when it goes into building it. Now, some people love the details. For me, I'm all about the details when it comes to the build. So it's important to know that. If you need details, if you need to say, this needs to be that, or that needs to be this inch, a lot of that's going to change. I'm telling you that right now. But if you want to do it that way, that's fine. But I'm telling you, you're going to change so much. So literally having like rectangles and just random shapes to make it look like a floor plan. Let me show you the floor plan that I am actually going with now, right here. So you maybe can tell, I don't know. This actually is a Murphy bed design. Now, I'm only showing you this because normally I wouldn't want to show, and I want to kind of keep it a secret until it's really done. But the engineering behind this floor plan is a nightmare. I am looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it. Everything needs to be almost exactly to the inch. It is crazy. If you go back to, there was a guy I did a tour of, Buck SD, Brendan Buckley. He has a Murphy bed. His Murphy bed was coming off the side wall. Mine is coming off the back wall. I know it may not be wide enough. That's what you think. I can guarantee you're wrong. And you're also thinking it may not be long enough. I came up with a solution for that as well, but I will save that as a surprise for when I do the build. I had a bunch of ideas that I really wanted to do, and I actually wanted to do a Murphy bed in this build, but it's going to be way too complicated, and I did not want to overcomplicate myself. So now I am overcomplicating myself. I'm putting a lot more money into it. When you start researching products, you know, for your build, you obviously think about budget, right? My next build, I am using zero gas propane at all. I use any type of fuel. It's going to be off of the diesel fuel lines of the van itself. And the only thing I'm going to be using the diesel fuel lines for is my heating system. I'm actually going with Troy's heating system. Troy from Van Life Tech. He has a radiant floor heat that is going to be in my van. And there's also a forced air as well, but it's radiant floor heating, and it's actually into the fuel lines of the van itself. I'm really looking forward to that, and I'm going to be doing a video on that. Wait until you see that thing. And that's the first thing that I'm going to be doing in the van, by the way. Biggest thing in your budget is probably going to be your solar equipment if you are going to go solar. I am going pretty near top of line solar. Now, I said that I'm not using any type of gas, right? So my stove, my cooktop, anything like that is not going to be gas. It's all going to be electric. Therefore, I need probably a convection oven, and I'm going to need a induction cooktop. Both are high wattage, and both are going to need a large enough inverter, money, and enough solar panels, money, and enough battery power to handle all of that. So I'm going with lithium batteries. Now, very lucky that I know and am friends with a person that owns a solar company, and he has a degree in renewable energy. When I say I'm lucky in that regard, I'm paying full price for these bad boys. I am lucky that he is going to be there helping me out, and he's going to be there walking me through the process and get me to the best products possible that are on the market. Obviously, this comes down to an opinion, but I'm going to take the opinions of a person that has a degree in renewable energy and that has worked for a major solar company. My actually upcoming video, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, is going to be a consultation with Tiny Watt Solar, so you definitely want to check that out. I cannot wait to shoot that and put that out there because Tiny Watt Solar, amazing. So I was saying earlier, like this video is going to be weird. It's going to be going back and forth. You have to realize your products. You have to go into, all right, now I have the floor heating, but for you, maybe floor heating is out of your budget. So what kind of heater do you want? Pretty good ones are the Wabasco heaters or the S-Bar heaters, like a Mr. Buddy propane style portable heater. You could do that too. You just gotta make sure you vent. Very important to vent. Are you gonna have windows in the van? You know, where are the windows gonna be in the van? That's gonna be on your layout as well. You know, where are the windows gonna be? Where your solar panel is gonna be, because that actually has to do with your roof vent. You have to know the location of your roof vent going into this. So that might be something that you wanna do on a floor plan. How big is your kitchen? Are you a big cook? Do you like to cook? Big time. Shower. Do you want a shower? If you don't, then it's a lot easier for you to do a layout and a floor plan. If you do, you have to be able to fit a shower. If you looked at Scott's Comes With a View van tour, he had a really cool shower in the back of his van that was like, it popped up like this and then the curtain came down. I've seen other people, they had like pans like built into the floor. I'm gonna keep my bathroom a secret right now because I haven't seen one done yet, and I really want to, like, not hide it, but it's going to be extreme and cool. Yeah, it's that big thing in the corner though. It's over there. You'll see it. But wait until I get into that. That's going to be like, that is one of the engineering nightmares that I was talking about. Your water tank is also really important. You know, for me, I wanted to keep my water tank on the inside to keep it warm because I'm going to be going to some freezing climates, and I wanted to make sure that it would be inside. Now, again, I'm going to reference other videos, but Scott with Comes With a View, he has outdoor and indoor water tanks. So he has both. So when he does go to freezing, he uses indoors. When he's in warmer climates, uses both tanks, the indoor and the outdoor. So it's easier to work with. In regards to products, I have like this sheet right here, and this has everything here for me. So I have products on one column, then I have the price, then I have the description of the product, and that's going to be important in a second, and then I have the dimensions of the product. The description is because I have many different fridge freezer combos. I have a couple different toilet ideas. I have a couple different sinks that I might want to use, or a couple different faucets. I have a couple different induction cooktops. So it's like I have a bunch of different options, and I have their prices, and most importantly, I have their dimensions. Big things in your van is probably going to be your fridge, your toilet, your bed, and if you have a shower. Those are some big things. In your water tank, holy crap, those are some big things are taking up a lot of space in your van. So you need to make sure that your floor plan can fit that. So for me, I did my floor plan first. Then I went in, I said, well, okay, what products do I want? And I listed a whole bunch of products. And then I looked at them and I said, where can I fit that? And I said, okay, my refrigerator, well, it's a little big. The refrigerator I want to go with is a chest style. So it's going to have to come up on draw slides, just like the one I have now. Or, you know, it's going to have to be at the surface of the countertop so I can open up the countertop. That's an option as well. I was like, all right, I'm going to have my, and it's like 28 inches wide, okay? I'm pointing because that's where it's gonna be. But 28 inches wide, and it's like 18 and a half inches deep, and it's like 21 inches in height. So it's like, all right, well, the height-wise doesn't bother me. My countertop's gonna be like 34 inches, 35 inches high. So I got plenty of room there, okay? Width-wise, 28 inches, that's a big part of my countertop that I'm losing a lot of storage in my kitchen area, and I'm gonna be using a lot of those straws for clothing storage because I'm actually sacrificing a lot of storage in this build, which I can explain later. Well, it's that. And then the width is actually 18.5 inches, but I'm going to need a little bit of give on either end because I need some backing and I'm going to need some up front, you know, the thing. So it's like, oh, if you look back at my floor plan, I'll pop it again right here. There's a little like inch or 2 inch little thing. Now that's actually a dual purpose, and it's going to hold actually the Murphy bed when it comes down, as well as it's giving me enough room for my fridge. So my fridge is actually going to be right in that little area right there. You get my point. You kind of have to like figure all of this out kind of on the fly. You have to also think about like the other big thing, my water tank. I want a bigger water tank. Right now I have an 18-gallon tank. I want like a 30-gallon tank because I'm going crazy. I don't know, maybe not. If I go with the recirculating shower, which it looks like I will be, by the way, then maybe I only need a 20-gallon tank, because recirculating shower, that thing's going to be recirculating 2 gallons of water. Boom. You know, there's some really great companies out there that are actually making water tanks that go over the wheel wells, which is pretty cool, right? The pre-build for me is one of my favorite things. It's one of the most stressful, but it's also one of my most favorite. I did want to show off my floor plan. I kind of want to show you how I got there and why I'm going there. So the reason I went with the floor plan that I went with, or that I'm going with, the reason I'm going there is because I am not an adventure thrill seeker, like that kind of person. I know a lot of the van lifers out there, they love to go kayaking, so they bring their inflatable kayaks with them. They're big into cycling or mountain biking, so they have a space for that. I even know somebody that has a dirt bike inside their van. They fit that thing inside their van. I follow them on Instagram. They're really cool people. I will put their Instagram handle in the description below because it's like Moto something. I forget it off my top of my head. I'm going to do a tour of their van soon too. Anyways, I'm not that kind of person, so I'm going to say to you, make your floor plan around you. It's what you want it to be. Now, if you want a generic floor plan, I feel that mine's actually pretty darn generic, the one I'm in right now. But for example, without my wood shop in the back, that would just be empty storage. Everything else I have is here in the inside of the van. That wood shop area, that's all my tools. My next van, I'm not gonna have a huge wood shop like that because I'm actually changing up my system a little bit. If I wanted to bring my tools with me on the road, and I'm gonna bring most of them, but not all of them. If I wanted to have all my tools and have like a traveling wood shop with me, there's ways to do that. I could pull a trailer if I really needed to, or I just did a video with Illuminous. They have really cool systems where the back bumper has 2 containers on it and I can store everything in there, and that locks too. That is pretty much what I would need. I do love skiing, I love snowboarding, I love like mountain biking, but I also don't like falling off bikes. I like water sports, but the way that I look at it is I don't do it enough for me to carry it with me and take up space. Again, this is for me. If you are like that, you have to design your van that way. So I am a comedian that lives in a van that loves to write and loves photography. So what do I need? I need space to carry my gear, and I need to make sure it can be locked and secured with security cameras. That's it. I do like to hike, I will say that, but hiking, I'm not talking about walking up a dirt path. I'm talking like actual hiking through wilderness, Yosemite type hikes with backpacks and gear, and you know, you're out all day. I'm talking about those kind of hikes. I don't need a lot. All you really need is a backpack, and I'll have space for a backpack with gear in it, proper footwear, and I'm good to go. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna wrap this up because I think this video is really longer than I wanted it to be. I tend to just keep on throwing up words way too much. So I think I'm gonna wrap this up right now. If you don't know this already, I actually am going live every Sunday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pretty much I just use that as a Q&A type like scenario or section. I tend to give updates then. I will try and bring other people into that live stream. I'll try and bring other maybe future van lifers or actual van lifers or maybe tiny dwellers of some sort. I will be doing a lot more tours, don't you worry about that. I got a gathering coming up, but I got a lot of things coming up in 2019, so please stay tuned, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.